Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode here at the Debate Circle, and we are in the Rift Valley region, and we cannot wait to crown the winners of this round. The motion of dissection today reads, Kenyans must adopt a national savings culture system as the only way to reduce over-reliance on foreign debt. I'll read the motion of dissection again. Kenyans must adopt a national savings culture system as the only way to reduce over-reliance on foreign debt. Proposing and opposing this motion is Vanessa Grant Girls School versus Anestar Premier School. All the best to both teams. Team proposition first speaker, you have 3 minutes.
A wise man once said, whoever goes a-borrowing goes a-soaring. My name is Gracia Michelle from the Vanessa Grant School, and I'm here to strongly support the motion that states Kenyans must adopt a national savings culture system as the only way to reduce over-reliance on foreign debt. I know most, if not all, of you are wondering what the term a national saving culture system means. Let me vividly describe to you what it means and what it includes. This typically refers to a country's policies, programs, and social norms aimed at promoting and encouraging savings among its citizens. Here is a breakdown of what it generally includes. Number 1, financial education. Promoting financial literacy and education is crucial in developing a savings culture. This includes teaching people about the importance of saving, basic financial planning, understanding interest rates, and making informed financial decisions. For example, we have an organization known as Britam. This offers financial education on saving accounts and how it will benefit an individual. Let's move forward, shall we? Number 2, cultural and social norms. Societal attitudes towards saving can play a significant roles. Countries with a strong saving culture often have ingrained habits of saving for the future, emergencies, and retirement. Let's continue. What do we mean by over-reliance on foreign debt? This typically means excessively relying on funds from external countries to run and manage internal affairs. This has negative impacts on countries' economy and overall development. Here is one of the key ways in which it can affect a nation. Vulnerability to external shocks. Countries heavily relying on foreign borrowing are made vulnerable to changes in global economic conditions, interest rates, and investor sentiment, economic downturns, or financial crisis in creditor countries can lead to reduced availability of credit. I have many examples of countries that have used this system as a way to reduce over-reliance on foreign debt and have actually prospered. Countries such as Botswana, Mauritius, and Rwanda. Let's talk about Rwanda, shall we? Rwanda has prioritized savings and investments as part of its economic development strategy. They have done this by promoting financial inclusion, savings, mobilization through community-based saving groups, and improving and investing climate to attract domestic and foreign investments. We have advantages of this method. This is its capacity for investment. Accumulated savings can be channeled into productive investments in infrastructure, education, healthcare, and technology, which are crucial for long-term economic growth and competitiveness. Thank you.
With me here, I have a watch. And as you can see this watch, it's not only attractive, but also expensive. Someone may, and the reason why I'm showing this watch, it's because I'm selling it to you. at a throwaway price, only 3,000 Kenyan shillings. How many of you are willing to buy the watch? Okay, none of you. I know why. The reason is because you cannot be able to raise that amount of money right now. Someone may tell you to save the money and buy the watch later. But with the extra 10 bob or 5 bob you are having, how long will it take you? I'm Victor Kimani from Anestar Premier, strongly opposing the motion that says Kenyans must adopt national saving culture system as the only way to reduce over-reliance on foreign debts. And to start with, I will define the motion. Kenyans, these are people living in Kenya, adopt is to start using something as a system. National saving is domestic savings by households, or the people now. We have companies and the government itself. And then we have over-reliance on foreign debt. This is the much dependence on other countries for money. And on to my first point, we have economic constraints or restrictions. According to World Bank, they said that 36% of Kenya are living under poverty line. According to another research that was done on 28th June 2023, 13.9 million Kenyans are poor. Let's come to the local ground. We have people who do work like laundry. They earn 300 shillings per day. That person is supposed to provide, she has to buy wheat, maize flour, salad, kales, onions, and if you budget, it's going to add up to 250 shillings. And that person has water bills to pay, house rent, school fees. And then you tell that person to save. Why don't we use another alternative? In Kenya, we have people like the members of parliament earning 725,502 shillings. Why don't we reduce their salaries with about 300,000? If you multiply by 290, we are going to get 8.7 million. That means that that's amount that can be used in other sectors. And we won't borrow. On to my second point, we have national saving will hinder economic growth. Let's put this way. According to IMF, they say that if we use national saving, it's going to cause slow economic growth. Let's put this way. We have consumption on this side, and on this side we have savings. If you start saving, that money is idle somewhere. So meaning it doesn't work. What if we take, and if we start saving, that money won't be helping us. Thank you.
As a wise man once said, a penny earned is a penny saved. Well, my name is Prudence Deborah from Vanessa Grant Girls School, and I'm here to move with the groove to prove and support the motion that states Kenyans must adopt a national savings culture system as the only way to reduce over-reliance on foreign debt. Now, my first contention is financial independence. By saving more domestically, Kenyans can reduce its dependence on loans. How do we as a country, we as citizens, I mean you and I, get to a point where we can say that we are financially dependent? We need, and we do need money. After all, we are talking of finance. So, according to Wikipedia, South Africa is an example that we are going to look at. We can discuss the broader impacts and potential benefits associated with promoting a saving culture. Number one is financial stability. Higher saving rates can contribute to financial stability by providing a pool of funds for investment. The more you invest, the more you save. In productive sectors of the economy, this can reduce reliance on external financing and enhance economic resilience against external shocks. Second is investment and growth. Increased savings can support higher levels of domestic investments, which in turn can stimulate economic growth. These investments can be directed towards infrastructure, development, technological advancements, and busy expansions, of which all are crucial for long-term economic development. Another is consumer confidence and spending. Consumer confidence and spending. A culture of saving can also contribute to consumer confidence, as individuals feel more financially secure and are more likely to spend on goods and services, thereby stimulating economic activities in the country. After all, we are here to discuss ways to take our country to greater levels. Consumer capital formation, savings contribute to capital formation in the economy, allowing for the accumulation of physical and human capital. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in supporting this motion that states that Kenyans must adopt a national culture saving system as the only way to reduce over-reliance on foreign debts. Thank you.
If wishes were horses, our country could ride on. How can we as a country save, putting into consideration our current state? That is why I, Kennedy Kimani, have come to help you stop daydreaming and come to the reality by strongly opposing the motion that states that Kenyans must adopt a national saving system as the only way to reduce over-reliance on foreign debt. I want first of all to correct some mistakes done. You have told us that it will increase the culture, it will help us to give cultural education. Take for example, in order to educate people, these are people who have grown in a culture that they don't believe in saving. Therefore, this means that if we want to indulge that knowledge in them, we must create an awareness. This awareness is costly. Therefore, we are using the money that we don't have. Therefore, that cannot be possible. Another thing that you have told us, that Rwanda, that Rwanda has great economic growth. I want to ask you a question, a very simple question. How long had it taken? How long have it taken for it to reach there? How long? Take for example, when you save, you are not consuming, you are not buying products, therefore you are reducing consumption, so that will cause slow economic growth. And on to my first point, I want, instead of having this saving in banks, we can use this amount in alternative investments. Take for example, the JKIA, or what we call the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Kenya had money. Yes, Kenya had money. It could have used that money and put it in a bank in order to enhance the saving. It could have done that. But it took the money and developed the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. What is this airport causing? It is bringing people, the tourists. We can export, we can import. Therefore, it is causing a very rapid economic growth. What do I mean? It is yielding more than saving the money in the bank. That is a very good alternative investment. On to my second point. We need to reduce risk of deflation. Risk of deflation. What is deflation? It is the lowering of cost of products due to reduced customer spending. So therefore, we should reduce this risk in order to not stagnate our economy. And from there, I want to rest my case. Thank you.
One of the opponents has said, when we save, we aren't buying products. Well, let me ask you a question. While we save, can't these savings be channeled into infrastructure? Well, by channeling by channeling our savings into infrastructure, we are able to improve the country's economy. Let us use an example like South Africa. South Africa has been able to invest and, increased savings can support higher level of domestic investments, which in turn can stimulate economic growth. These investments can be directed towards infrastructure development and technological advancements and business expansion, all of which are crucial for long-term saving development. Some of the advantages that have been stated are long-term stability. Encouraging a savings culture system fosters stability by providing a domestic source of funding for investment and government expenditures. This reduces the vulnerability to external shocks. For example, the floods that we recently experienced in the country. It was clear that our country asked for funds from well-wishers and other countries to be able to counter the effects of the floods. Well, had our country invested in a national savings culture system, we would have been able to do this on our own very well, considering the fact that we would have had enough funds to counter the effects of the floods. It can also reduce borrowing costs. Higher domestic savings can lead to lower interest rates domestically, making it more affordable for business and governments to borrow within the country. Enhanced economic sovereignty. It increases the country's economic sovereignty in that while we have our own savings culture system, we are able to make our own financial decisions instead of depending on other countries. National savings to hinder economic growth was one of the points stated by our opponents. Savings can be channeled into various sectors that will help us improve our economic growth, such as medicine. By using the savings by using the savings that our country or members, people in the country, I would like to ask you to join me in proposing the motion that states Kenyans must adopt a national savings culture system as the only way to reduce our reliance on foreign debts.
Das Vidanya, in Russian for hello. A friend of mine once said, you can teach an old dog new tricks, but it seems we are also trying to teach the young people something new and they don't want to learn. My name is Eric Deuri and I'm here to affirm the motion saying, Kenyans must adopt national saving culture system as the only way to reduce over-reliance on foreign debt. First and foremost, we were asked a question. When we save, aren't we buying products? No. Why should we keep money dormant in a bank? Consumption of goods leads to increased tax collection by government. Deflation discourages investors, hence no tax. But I ain't here to talk about that only. I'm here to talk about the cultural barriers that we go through. Saying that the youth have a new culture system. This culture system of gambling, putting money on bets that even they are not sure that they might win. Like you might find people playing on Betika, maybe 1xBet, but I have the statistics done and given to us by the National Media Group that it has stated that people are wasting money on expensive things such as food, clothing. Talking about food, I'm talking about KFC. I'm talking about clothing that people wear these days. I'm talking about alcohol. Apart from that, people have also discouraged a new taxation, a new rule of using things like Ubers worth 400 Kenyan shillings than using a matatu that is just 50 shillings. Here I have the statistics from Geopol that states the number of people who have been using gambling companies. The first people are in Kenya. Kenya has a total of 83.9%. Nigeria is the second with 74%, and South Africa with 73%, which in total, it means that we are wasting our money on betting and other things that are not helpful. How comes that you can tell me that somebody, a youth, that you want him to save money while he knows he has to go and celebrate? He has something like partying. He has to buy alcohol so that he can feel good. He has to show his friends that he is making more. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you very much.
First of all, I would like to inform our able opponent that you're going extremely out of topic by talking about gambling when it comes to matters that include national savings culture system as a way to reduce over-reliance on debt. One of the things that comes along with a national savings culture system is financial education. When we introduce a national savings culture system, financial education is offered, which enables users to understand how savings helps them and how it enables the people who want to save to understand how it helps them and how savings can also earn can also earn interest. While we save, the money we put in also earns interest. And another question, if people are, according to what you have said, people are using their money to gamble, won't they also borrow to gamble?
I answer your question with another question. How can people save money when they are gambling? This is a very large river known as River Mississippi. And I am here. You are telling me, cross the river. I don't have a boat. I don't know to swim. I have no means to cross the river. And you are insisting that I cross the river. This is what I am trying to show you, that what you are proposing to us today, it is not possible because of simple facts that I have already given you, the economic, the financial constraints. It will lead to reduction in growth of our economy. Therefore, the points that you have given unto us, I want to say that and urge all of you to join us when we are opposing this motion that Kenyans must adopt a national saving system as the only way to reduce our dependence on foreign debt. Thank you.
I'll begin with team proposition. Vanessa, Grant. Gracia. You gave good examples, Botswana and Rwanda. But your major undoing was reading. You read too much, and that affects your marks on mastery of content and style and presentation. Prudence, you have good stage presence. You began very well. But as you moved on, you started reading verbatim from your notes. Roxanne, good examples like South Africa, but where else has it worked? And you are also reading from your notes. Anestar Premier, team opposition. Victor, you get a very good analogy of the watch that relates to the topic. Good mastery of topic, and you also gave us some statistics. You also gave us options to saving, which is reducing the salaries of MPs. That was really good. Kennedy, a very passionate debater. You cross-examined your opponents well. You also gave us alternatives to saving, like the JKIA. But what I wanted you to do was, how much did JKIA make? I also need to see some sources and statistics. Eric, you did not use your time well. You left off before the bell rang. That means you did not have enough content. You also gave us alternatives to saving, which is wasting, which is stopping wastage, like how much you spend on Uber, KFC, expensive clothes, which was good. All the best to the teams.